to community business launch. And I will say, I referenced earlier that we were putting these programs kind of in order to think about first your ecosystem and then your built infrastructure and then the microfinance piece. We're going to move community business launch from the end towards the beginning because we did lose our original speaker to illness, and Ms. Diana Schwartz with the River District Association in Danville has graciously jumped into pinch hit, but she has another engagement later this morning. So we're going to move community business launch up front. So we'll cover this one real quick. A quick overview of the program. This is a place-based entrepreneurial development program focused on a critical mass of priority vacant storefronts. So this is really a program that is built to address those issues of vacancies in our commercial districts. Fill vacant storefronts with expansion or startup ventures that meet market-based needs and strategies. And this is especially local entrepreneurs, creatives, and small business owners that have completed the training. And this training with CBL is a business planning curriculum culminating in an idea pitch to a panel of judges. So think Shark Tank. Pitch winners receive cash and in-kind prizes to kickstart their new venture in one of the identified vacant storefronts. And for the grant through CBL, we are looking for a minimum of 3 new or expanded businesses and 5 FTEs, which is a full-time equivalent. Ideally, this will prepare communities to replicate the process to continue filling storefronts while cultivating a more robust entrepreneurial ecosystem and better places to live and work. And I will tell you, we have had multiple communities start their CBL effort with our funding and then have enough momentum and interest in the program that they are able to continue doing CBL programming with private resources in the future. So annually, we have $180,000 in our funding pool with maximum awards of $90,000 down to $45,000, depending on the match that you're able to bring to the table. And the funding can be used for administration, marketing, and then we have some minimums of how that funding can be used on some of those activities. These are just a few of the communities around the state that have taken advantage of this program. The Advancement Foundation, of course, is not a community, but I think I saw Annette join the meeting earlier, and the Advancement Foundation has helped to implement this program in a number of localities. Again, we have our grant processes coming up very soon. Keep your eyes open for the How to Apply workshop for community business launch. And if you have ever utilized any of these businesses, and I know that I have been to multiple businesses represented here, then you were patronizing a business that received funding through the Community Business Launch Program. We're very excited about those results. Now I'm going to hand it over to Diana Schwartz in Danville. They are about to begin their second community business launch program, and we are so excited about the impacts that they have had there. Diana Schwartz is the executive director of the River District Association in Danville, and she has decades of experience working professionally in retail management, small business ownership. She's an entrepreneur herself, advocacy, business retention and creation, and executive nonprofit leadership. And we are thrilled to have her here in Virginia with us. Diana, I'm going to kick it over to you.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for allowing me to jump in and be part of the conversation this morning. So I'm here to talk a little bit about my experience with Dream Launch. Unfortunately, I can't stay on, but feel free to email and connect with me at any time if I can be of any assistance. And it's DIANA, Diana, at riverdistrictassociation.com. So as Rebecca had mentioned, this is our second round with CBL funding. We first applied for the CBL grant back in 2018 and were granted the funds. And so we started our program in 2019. We had partnered with our municipality in order to bring the amount of funding available to entrepreneurs up, and we worked very, very diligently to develop a resource list and additional incentives. I saw there was a question earlier about in-kind. Jessica mentioned one great source is the Chamber of Commerce. We partnered with them, and our winners of the pitch competition were able to take advantage of a free year of chamber membership. We also thought very diligently putting together the in-kind match, because I know that's something as you're applying that's very important. But think about things like partnering with graphic design firms. Maybe they can offer some hours to help with branding and logo creation and things of that nature. Think about engaging your local accountants to maybe provide a free 15 or 30-minute consultation. There's all kinds of ways to engage additional partners in this effort, but I'll back up for just a minute on that because I'm already talking about pitch. So we held the program in 2019 for the very first time. We did not have R&D. I'm going to go back to R&D. We talked very closely with South Boston, who is geographically next to us, and Tamara is a colleague that I respect and think very highly of, and she helped us really with a lot of the templating, understanding how they ran their program, what she would do again, what she wouldn't do again. Not to talk for you, Tam, but the end all be all is that very first year we partnered with Longwood SBDC in order to provide the classes. And it was so successful, we were able to fund 2 new businesses and 2 business expansions that our partners, primarily the city of Danville, they wanted to continue. So we were able to actually have another round in 2020 and again in 2021. So coming into 2022, we start our 4th year of what we have branded as the Dream Launch. That's our local branding. But again, this is the 2nd time that we've been able to utilize CBL funding for the program. And overall, over the course of the program for 4 years, we've had more than 250 people take the classes. Now, we do not require anyone that wants to take the classes can. You don't have to have a local requirement in order to tap into the classes. They're free. We've moved to virtual, as so many people have now, so it's actually expanded the reach. And of those over 250 entrepreneurs who have taken at least part of the classes, over 75 local entrepreneurs have finished the entire boot camp series of 6 classes is what we offer. From there, we've had 3 pitch competitions, and we've opened or expanded 12 new businesses in the River District in Danville because of that. But really, what the beauty of the program is that we found an opportunity to use it to strengthen and grow our regional entrepreneur ecosystem. So we were able to parlay the success of this program, partner with some other leaders in the entrepreneurship space in the area, and obtain additional funding from our regional foundation for that ecosystem. And so through that, we've more collaboration, more funding, more resources for local entrepreneurs. And honestly, the other great part about this, we connect with so many subject matter experts. We find now for instructors, we reach out to various subject matter experts for that particular class in the community. So it helps us to grow our network, our collaboration. It allows for these different professionals, finance professionals, to really get to know the entrepreneurs in the community, finance being an example. And it helps us all. It grows us further. You know, one of the reasons that we don't require a local component to take the class is because you're planting that seed. Maybe they're not going to open a business today or tomorrow or in 10 years, but maybe they are. And maybe they will now consider doing it in Danville if they hadn't before. But at this point, it doesn't matter. We're just happy to have more people learn about entrepreneurship. So what that has led to for us now, we still run the Dream Launch Bootcamp classes, and we still have a Dream Launch Bootcamp pitch. But through this collaboration, we've now worked with our Chamber of Commerce, and they offer a pitch competition for people that are not located in the River District. If they're located in other parts of the city of Danville or anywhere in Pittsylvania County, They come through the Dream Launch Boot Camp class and then decide where they want to pitch. And so it's brought additional resources and additional reach and additional economic benefit, not only to our district, but to our entire city and county as a whole. And I would say some of the things that we learned through the process is, and things that we've had to change is, of course, going virtual. That was a big change. Everything went from being done in person to being online. We're all dealing with that. But one thing that we make sure that we address in our boot camp classes now is disaster mitigation, not just natural disasters that we think of, tornadoes and flooding and those types of things, but now disasters such as pandemics. So we want to build in resiliency from the very get-go into our entrepreneurs. Mentorship is another big piece of that. We're very fortunate that all 12 businesses that have opened or expanded in the district, and the 3 that have opened and expanded now in the Rev Up, so 15 total through the course, none of them have closed down, even through the pandemic. And I really credit the program to that, the way that they help you set up the program. If you are a CBL recipient, some of the requirements they have are there for a very good reason. Mentorship being one of the most important. So mentorship does not end after they get done taking classes or they're grant recipients or not. The relationship that we have grown with Longwood SBDC, they have become such a critical part of this. They actually have an office within our offices now to continue to be able to provide that support and mentorship to anyone that wants to open a business, but most specifically, or already has one, but specifically to help continue mentoring our grantees and our participants. And then the other big thing that we've added in this year is a whole separate half-day workshop for people that want to open a food or beverage related business. It's open to anyone, whether they're a Dream Launch or not. However, it's required if you're going to pitch to open a food and beverage business because of the health department requirements, the ABC requirements, the planning, the zoning, all of the certifications that they need. And so that's another thing that we've improved upon this year. So I know I'm kind of scattered all over the place, but our experience overall has been amazing. We have seeded so many new entrepreneurs through our region, people who would take the class. They never pitched, but just recently, someone that took the class 2 years ago has just opened up a new resale boutique for children's clothing in the area. So it's been fantastic for entrepreneurship, for collaboration development, for regional entrepreneurial ecosystem development. And it's really kind of become a flagship and what our organization is known for in the region. So I appreciate the opportunity to talk about it. Rebecca, did I hit the high points of kind of the experience that you were looking for on the ground?
Absolutely. And, I think your points in having learned from other communities that have gone through this was right on, and all of the additional resources you all are bringing to the table as you continue to learn what the entrepreneurs need. And I really love that the SBDC is holding office hours with the River District Association. It's so important to know who your partners are. Diana, thank you so much for your participation today. And here's Diana's contact information. I will mention, Todd mentioned Community Business Launch as well, and we're going to hear from Tamara in a little bit. And we have multiple folks on the call today who have experience with CBL, any of which would be happy to discuss their experience with you.